up, Meisterville? And today we are talking Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Episode 3. So, if you're new here, I talk all sorts of geek related media, I talk all sorts of geek comic book anime stuff, and if you're interested in reviews, discussions, and things of that nature, please hit that subscribe button and that bell button so you never miss a video. So before we jump into this video, there's going to be a spoiler section and a non-spoiler section. Non-spoiler section is going to be first, spoiler section is going to be second. There'll be time codes in the description so that you can jump to wherever you need to jump to. Okay? So, this episode opens up and we spend some time with Mr. John Walker and we see that he is tripping. He's kind of tripping. He's really, really tripping. And, even his homeboy is like, man, chill. The magical mystical Negro is telling I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say it was too easy. My bad. I don't mean that. Just jokes. Yeah, but his partner is just telling him to relax a little bit. He's tripping. You see, like, the pressure is getting to him, which is insanity, and you see him becoming a bit more dark and twisted, like a more dark and twisted version of Captain America, which, I mean, if they're going for the comic book counterpart, yeah, that's definitely going to be the case, because that's what the US agent actually is anyway. So with that happening, you're just like, okay, Cap would have not done that. Although, in the land of people who are tripping, Buck is a new resident. Because what he does in this episode, I was just like, fam. Like, literally, he does something in this episode where the words out of my mouth were, God damn it, Buck. that was literally the worst that came out of my mouth as I was watching the episode. Oh my gosh. Because Buck in this episode, he be doing things, it's just like, yo, dude, really? Huh? Wait, what? Poor Sam. Sam is caught between a rock and a hard place. Like, yo, you get to see, like, a lot of people were talking about why, Steve Rogers picked Sam Wilson as Captain America. It was very interesting because everybody would be like, why not Buck, or whatever the case is. A lot of people were thinking about that. But it's episodes like this that get to show why Steve picked Sam over Buck. Sam is straight-laced. He is. He's a straight-laced military dude. Like, the reason why Steve and Sam get along so well is because even though Steve comes from like a seedy area, or like a seedy area of war or whatever, I guess, all eras of war are kind of seedy and strange, and it's very dark places or whatever. But I think, like, one of the things that made Cap was that even though he was going to those dark spaces, he would still hold immense amounts of hope. And Sam has that. He has flavors of that, of course, in his own flavor. I don't know why I said it like that, but anyway, he has his own style with it, but at the same time, it is those shades of this infinite hope or whatever that you would need in a person like a Captain America or whatever the case is. So yeah, you get to see the clear line, you get to see the clear difference between him and Bucky, and it's not just like the errors, it's not just, it's not how they knew Cap or how long, you get to see that being the Winter Soldier affected Bucky in ways that will never ever go away, and that's not baggage that Sam has. Now, you heard in the last episode that they've got to go see ZEMO, right? And in this episode, ZEMO is a wild card. ZEMO's a wild card. Like, you don't know if he's helpful like that. You're not sure. Like, I mean, yeah, like they need something from him, and he does have the means to provide it, and he does provide what they need. But you also just feel like you're just like, yeah, dude. Yeah, are we sure about this? Are we sure? Because he's Zemo. His name is villainous. Ain't no regular dude named Zemo. If you're named Zemo, you're destined to become a villain. Like, they should just put that on your birth certificate. Destined to become a villain. If your name is Zemo, that's just villainous. Getting back to Sam for a second, there's a lot of spy stuff that they have to do, and Sam is so bad at the spy stuff. Like he was not like, I mean, during Civil War, like with Civil War, they just had to be on the run and they just had to hide. Like now he's got to like in this episode, he's got to interact with the actual underworld, and he is just terrible at it. Oh my god, he is so terrible at it. Like, yo, I mean, bro. Noob move, bro. Noob move. But I get it. And I'm just saying, it shows that Sam ain't built for this seedy underworld. Like, just like how Steve Rogers was. If you look at Captain America, The Winter Soldier, that movie there, like, it's basically Black Widow training Cap to be secretive type of thing, where like, so it's really like this series also is highlighting why Steve and Sam gelled so well together in that sense, with small character moments like that. So I was just like, yeah, still noob move, bro, noob move. Speaking of Civil War and Winter Soldier and past events, there's a lot of fallout from that stuff. There's a lot of mentioning, like, oh yeah, that happened, and oh yeah, that happened, and oh yeah, that happened, and ooh yeah, that happened, ooh. Alrighty, spoiler time, spoiler time, spoiler time, spoiler time, spoiler time. So there's a couple of scenes that I want to talk about in depth that really stood out to me in this episode. So there's a whole exchange about wanting to destroy the shield, because Sam, like, we run into Agent 13, right? Sharon Carter, right? Yeah, Sharon Carter, Agent 13, and she's in a very different place as to where she was before. And you like, there's a moment where after Baron Zemo, Bucky, and Sam and them, and they find the dude who's been manufacturing the super soldier serum, right? They find him, and what's this? Yeah, they have a little bit of interrogation, and Zemo kills the scientist, which was just like, whoa, alrighty there. He's really dedicated to this mission of no more superheroes. So yeah, that situation goes down. You see Sharon Carter, and she is just laying it. She is laying the smacketh down. Sharon Carter is just laying the smacketh down. She is mowing through dudes. It's awesome though. It's awesome to see. And yeah, you get a huge sense of what she's capable of, and it's like, all right, that is just, you go, girl. But yeah, after all of that happens, Bucky and Sam have a little bit of an exchange about the shield, and Sam legitimately says, like, I should have destroyed this thing. And like, that was a heavy statement to me, because I think at the end of the day, what this season has been highlighting for me is, and I definitely felt this because I made a video. There'll be a link in the description down below if you want to go check out that video about why I think Sam Wilson should not be Captain America. And I think that was an interesting thing, because I was just thinking about it. What if? And I mean, it is what it is. But I'm just saying, what if, um, you know, like, if the shield was destroyed and the symbol did die with Steve Rogers, what if the Falcon symbol was the new symbol to replace Captain America? I think that would be a really, really dope message out there. Of course, it's not going to happen, if wishes were fishes or horses, or I don't know why wishes always have to be animals. English is weird. But yeah, it just made me think. It just made me think about, the possibility of that happening and whatever. And Bucky says, hell nah. Yeah, Bucky says, hell nah. We are not doing that. Not today, sir. We will keep that shield well and alive. Well, that was just an interesting thing to me, and I just wanted to point that out, because I thought, yeah, that's an interesting possibility, and it does speak to the fact that an original mantle it holds a lot of weight. You know what I'm saying? I get there's legacy characters and everything, but an original mantle does hold a sheer amount of weight. So I just thought about that, and I thought that would be a cool idea, because Sam is a beast. Still, speaking of Agent 13, there is a huge possibility that she could be A, in league with the Flag Smashers, B, be the MCU power broker, or C, be working with the government. A and B are way more interesting options. I think her working with the power broker, or her being the power broker, or her being with the flag smashers is a very interesting premise, because that would be a very dark turn. I mean, she did state that she didn't get no pardon and that she's been in Madripoor, selling real paintings and all of that stuff. So, things have been real rough for her, because Civil War didn't work out too well for her. She said, I kissed Cap in the mouth and all I got for it was a freaking on the run story. But there is that possibility, and the flag smasher, I'm leaning more towards flag smasher, simply because maybe she fell in love with the idea of Cap and the fact that Cap meant a lot to the world, but then maybe she thinking that the world don't need, this is headcanon at this point. But there's also a possibility that maybe she's trying to buy her freedom by selling out Winter Soldier and Falcon, which I don't think she would, but it's a possibility. And then her being power broker and running all of Madripoor. That's also possible. That would be cool. I mean, hey, the Madripoor people probably don't. If she's being the power broker in secret, they probably don't care. And she's like, nah, I can kill these dudes. So, the theories is up in the air, the rampant speculation. And then we get to see a little bit of Io is in this episode. Io shows up in the episode, and she is there for ZEMO. And I see a lot of people asking why she would be there for ZEMO. The people who watched this episode. If you're at this point in the video, you've watched the episode. And I'm just like, did they not? They found out that the Baron is out and about and chilling. No way, you can't be chilling after you was a Wakandan villain. Wakandans don't do jail. I mean, they do jail, but if you gotta die, if they say you gotta die, then you gotta die. So they're just like, this Baron situation, nah. Bucky, White Wolf, you did what? So that's gonna be interesting to see how that plays out in this whole scenario. Well, those are my thoughts on this whole episode. What did you think? Let me know in the comment section down below. Talk to your boy. And I want to say, if you're at this point in the video, whether you've jumped to it or whether you've watched the whole way through, thank you so much for getting to this point in the video. You are spectacular. If you really like this video, I got another one up here. I got a playlist down there, and I got an icon you can click on to subscribe. Remember to ring the bell if you do subscribe, and I see you all in another video, because my estimate's got to be out. Push!